Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode 40 of the EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we've got another spicy one for you this week. In this week's episode, xNation, EOS and Ethereum tokens in liquidity pools, Missed Blocks update, EOSIO Tools, Boss first anniversary, Wax, Cola blocks and tutorials, Blockbase test network, WisDOT Network beta, Nudex annual report and Dankor, and much more. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud, listen on Apple Podcast or your podcast player of choice, and subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. Let's get started. Up first, xNation, EOS and Ethereum tokens and liquidity pools. In order to be more aligned with our multi-chain vision of the future of blockchain, we've relocated our bancor.eosnation.io portal to xNation.io. In addition to our rebrand, the xNation Bancor platform now offers more functionality than before. In addition to doing EOS token conversions, xNation now also supports Ethereum token conversions and makes it easy to add and remove liquidity to Bancor liquidity pools on the Ethereum network. Up next, Microforks and Missed Blocks update. We've seen many people asking questions about what's going on with the EOS mainnet in the last few days. Why are there so many Microforks and missed blocks? First, we want to provide a bit of background. Every transaction on the EOS mainnet takes CPU to process, and the total amount of CPU consumed for all transactions has been steadily increasing. This increase in the total amount of CPU consumption comes from higher usage of network resources. As the CPU needs increases, block-producing infrastructure providers need to make changes to accommodate accordingly. For EOS Nation, that means buying more hardware and then splitting the workload across more machines. Usually our users don't notice anything. We just balance the increased load across more servers. Although it's unclear at the time what exactly triggered the problem, it's safe to say that the seemingly ever-increasing CPU usage was a contributor. Not all of the infrastructure was fast enough to deal with the changes, and some block producers couldn't keep up with the load. Server CPU is consumed every time a node exchanges blocks with another node. The more nodes you exchange blocks with, the more CPU it takes. If you peer with fewer nodes, you save on CPU. This seems like a straightforward fix. However, as an active block producer, when you produce a block, you want it to get to everyone else who needs it as quickly as possible. So you want to peer with at least 3 block producers in the schedule before you, and 3 after you. This also includes peering your API nodes needed to service your applications, as well as peering the peer-to-peer endpoint you provide to the public. The solution has mostly been optimizing connections between block producers to be as efficient as possible. Each block producer is adjusting to their own unique situation. For example, some have modified various EOSIO settings, others have upgraded their EOSIO binaries to the latest 1.8.9 release, and some have done both. A block producer cannot simply optimize their own infrastructure and be done with it. All block producers need to work together to come to a common solution. Over the last week or so, block producers from around the world have been working together to improve the situation. Block 1 has also been very responsive, communicating with us on a daily basis and looking over our logs in order to hopefully gain valuable insights from the data. Significant progress has been made to reduce the number of microforks and missed blocks, and block producers continue to work to improve things. Up next, EOSIO Tools, New Test Network, EOS.js, and WebAuthn. Block 1 continues to deliver consistent improvements to the EOSIO ecosystem. And in the week following the release of EOSIO 2, they bring us EOS.js 21 and a shiny new test network for developers. Read the official EOS.js 21 press release to get all the details of the new features, as well as their impact on users and developers. EOS.js version 21.0.0 RC1 includes WebAuthn support, elliptic cryptography, context-free action support, and more. Block 1 has also announced that their new test network is now live, making it easier than ever before for developers to start building on EOSIO. This test network lets developers test confidently and with ease, allowing them to get set up and start building right away. Developers are invited to take advantage of these useful features designed to help developers engineer their EOSIO projects. Multi-node testnet, EOSIO testnet monitor, real-world testing, snapshots, and built by Block 1. Tried out the test network? Send some feedback to Block 1. They want to hear from you. Next up, we have a few stories on EOSIO networks. Up first, Boss first anniversary. This week was the first anniversary of the Boss network, and there are many goodies flying around. Make sure to get your hands on some Boss tokens by participating in the following activities. First, you could win 150 Boss by participating in the Boss Core Twitter giveaway. Second, get up to 20,000 Boss by participating in the Swap and Win event on the Token Pocket app. BossCore is also starting their 3 months of CPU grants program to offer free CPU to qualifying dApps. On top of that, the grant also includes free accounts for all dApp users during these 3 months. This program is open to both new teams looking for the best blockchain platform to launch on, as well as established teams facing CPU shortages on other EOSIO networks. We've linked to the application process on our website. BossCore was also present at the recent Dackathon 2020 as they introduced the board account voting mechanism to the entire DAC community that showed up for the hackathon. Congratulations to the Boss Network for a successful first year, and we look forward to more Boss innovation in 2020. Next up, WAX, interactive tutorials, coloblocks, OIG rankings, and everything EOS interview. WAX continues to tear down barriers to mass adoption, and this week they bring us a new game to try out along with an excellent interactive guide. Built by leading WAX guild WisDOT Network, this guide offers different educational paths that users can take depending on their level of knowledge. From new users to power users and even developers, this interactive guide contains something for everyone. Coloblocks is a demo game that was created by the Crypto Alliance team and is powered by the Simple Assets NFT standard. In this game, you can breed, trade, and collect coloblocks. Make sure to send your coloblocks on adventures in order to win additional NFT prizes. The WAX Office of the Inspector General was also busy recently, spending approximately 40 hours compiling and releasing the January rankings. Congratulations to all the guilds who made it to the top 21, and especially WAX Sweden, EOS Brazil, and Pink.Dot Network for finishing in the top 3. EOS Nation became a guild on WAX because we believe in the product market fit of the network. We believe in their blockchain gaming vision, and also believe in the team executing on that vision. Learn more about WAX co-founder William Quigley on a recent Everything EOS episode. William's extensive knowledge on the blockchain space and savvy business sense makes this an excellent episode, and you won't want to miss it. Up next, Blockbase Test Network. Blockbase Network is now running on a test network and producing sidechains. Users can download the software and try it for themselves. The team is currently focused on testing the sidechain's consensus mechanism. People can visit the Blockbase Explorer, where you can find all the documentation they're building, and also the Blockbase Network Tracker, where you can monitor all the nodes and sidechains currently running on the test network. Remember, the Blockbase Airgrab is still ongoing on a monthly basis. Each EOS account can claim one of the 24 monthly airgrabs, so make sure to claim for all of your accounts. Accounts need to have been created for at least 1 month and contain at least 1 EOS. Happy air grabbing! Want to learn more about the power of blockchain applied to databases? Hop on over to YouTube and watch the Blockbase interview with mBlue Crypto. Next, WisDOT Network Beta. Wiz was created to bridge the gap for content creators and social users of all kinds. Wiz features currently include encrypted text, audio, and video chat with token transfer, encrypted data storage, secured wallet, and a decentralized exchange. Originally deployed on the EOS mainnet, Wiz decided to launch their own network in order to reduce the cost of resources. This week marks the release of their beta front-end and the back-end console. Next, we've got a few stories on decentralized blockchain applications. First, Nudex annual report and Dancor stablecoin. Nudex is definitely one of the success stories in the EOSIO ecosystem and beyond. They recently added features that allow users of other blockchains to enjoy all the benefits of a DEX powered by the EOS smart contracts. The team also presented an impressive annual report, and we'd like to congratulate them on 40 million page views, 10,000 average daily active users, and first place in user and trading volume among all blockchain exchanges. There are many more impressive numbers to be found in the full report, and it's hard to imagine what the EOS ecosystem would be without such a quality platform that provides many EOS projects with their first exposure to the open market. And the Nudex innovation keeps on coming. They recently announced their very own stablecoin project named Dancor. It enables users to generate USN tokens, which are pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar through staking EOS. The team already confirmed that the USN token will be supported by many wallet partners. You'll find a list of those along with other details in Nudex's official announcement and the Dancor Beginner's Guide. Next, Token Pocket Exchange. Token Pocket, a leading EOSIO wallet, keeps expanding its services, and the newest release of Token Pocket Pro came with an integrated exchange. Users can now switch to TP Exchange and enjoy the liquidity and prices of some of the top exchanges, including Huobi, Binance, and OKX. Registration requires either an email or a phone number, and new accounts are gifted $10 in USDT and further rewards for referrals. Note that these rewards remain frozen until certain requirements are met. Next, EOS Discussions 2. With EOS Discussions, Novasphere has brought a platform for anonymous and on-chain communications to the EOS ecosystem. On the 27th of January, the team will launch the updated version Discussions 2.0, which brings many new features that focus on user-friendliness. While the previous version depended a lot on scatter, the update will come with a unified ID for simple login and account creation that's also integrated into the web wallet. Other new features include a search function, more transparency regarding the platform's moderation process, the ability to add multiple attachments to a post, user profiles, and more. If this all sparked your interest, join their mailing list to get notified when the update is live. Next up, EOS DT Dashboard. We're big fans of Equilibrium, and if you're wondering why, we can point you to a recent Reddit post that lists 7 good reasons. Want to take a look under the hood and see how it all works? No problem. The team recently introduced a beautifully designed dashboard monitor, which displays all the relevant stats regarding EOS DT and NUT. With all the important complexity that DeFi products naturally come with, we believe that a comprehensive user experience is crucial. We're happy to see the Equilibrium team hard at work at actively developing in this direction. Next up, a couple stories on collaborations, partnerships, and interoperability. First, Bounty Block and Asana. Asana is a practical tool for organizing, tracking, and managing teamwork. Through a new partnership with Bounty Block, activities happening in Asana will be recorded on the EOS blockchain and gamified through fun features such as bounties, prizes, and leaderboards. Find a detailed explanation of how it works in the official partnership announcement. It's great how Bounty Block demonstrates innovative use cases for the blockchain to the wider public, and we congratulate both teams on their successful efforts to create synergies. If you're working in a team or leading a project, check out the new opportunities and consider organizing your work with Asana and Bounty Block. Next up, MyKey and MakerDAO. The MyKey wallet is a very popular wallet in China with its own token running on EOS. Soon, their services will be also available for non-Chinese EOS users. Some might remember MyKey's presentation at the EOS Community Conference in Rio, where we could learn about the Key ID protocol and how MyKey improves the user experience by removing concepts like CPU and net, replacing it with the simple idea of network credits. And to celebrate the most recent integration of MakerDAO into MyKey, those network credits were used to purchase DAI at the discount of 20%. A concept like network credits as a unified fee system within MyKey avoids much friction for users, so they can be moving between several blockchain protocols and the dApps built on top of them. Finally, the vibrant EOSIO community. Virginia Tech Blockchain Bootcamp. On Saturday, January 18th, the Department of Computer Science at Virginia Tech hosted the second blockchain bootcamp in cooperation with engineers from Block 1. Kirk Cameron, professor of computer science in the College of Engineering and associate department head for research and engagement, was quoted, "This is a wonderful opportunity for Virginia Tech students to propose and develop innovative solutions to pressing global challenges, such as secure, trustworthy voting systems." He continued, "We believe the local availability of Block 1 engineering expertise, combined with the energy and creativity of Virginia Tech students, will lead to novel and important uses of blockchain technology." We're happy to see the continued efforts of Block 1 to educate the next generation of blockchain developers. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top 21 block producer on the EOS public network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying to Proxy for Nation. Remember, we never accept compensation in exchange for featuring projects in the EOS Hot Sauce. That means if a project is included in the EOS Hot Sauce, it's because we believe that project brings value to the EOSIO ecosystem and we want our community to know about it. Are you building an interesting project on EOSIO? We want to hear from you. Reach out to us on social media or email info@eosnation.io. Thanks for supporting EOS Nation and for listening to this week's edition of EOS Hot Sauce. Want more spicy updates? Check out our website at eosnation.io for previous episodes. Once again, I'm your host Daniel Keys and we'll be back again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.